everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Linda. If this is your first time here, I'm so glad you found the channel, and if you're back to watch some more Lucifer with me, welcome back. So I am finally starting season 2. Some major technical difficulties that was stopping me from continuing, so it's been almost 2 weeks since I watched the last episode. And I've been dying to start the season and I couldn't, so I'm just very excited and glad now that I can finally watch it. So yeah, we left last season with apparently Lucifer and Amenadiel's mom escaping hell and God putting Lucifer back on Earth, possibly to stop her or to put her back into hell. I don't know. But yeah, so that's going to be interesting, and you know, Dan has been arrested, and yeah, and there's something kind of happening between Amenadiel and Maeve, which is interesting. So I'm excited to see where that goes. Yeah, so I've been waiting a long time, so I'm not going to ramble this time. I'm just going to get right into it. So season 2. Episode 1 of Lucifer, and this one's called Everything's Coming Up Lucifer. I like that idea. Right, let's go.
So what do you want?
Freedom?
Oh, just as I suspected. You were tired of being a prisoner, weren't you?
Yeah,
Break your shackles, be reborn.
I did.
So you escaped hell looking for an empty body and found this poor sod who just died of a heart attack, and now here you are wreaking havoc on Earth. We found you, Mum.
Paramedics brought me back. I realized I needed to be free.
Yes.
And from dead. I owe a ton of money, and this was gonna get me out from underneath it.
Lucy, do you realize he's the last one on our list?
Well, you must have missed one.
Or maybe she's not in Los Angeles.
Kept a prisoner for thousands of years. She's coming for me, I know it. I just need to get to her first.
You kept her prisoner? Okay, well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. He's
In a moment.
Dead!
What's going on?
Once upon a time, a boy met a girl, and they fell in love. They had sex. The only trouble was they were celestial beings, so that moment created the universe. Became Mum and Dad. They had a whole litter of kids, including yours truly. Mum was rather lovely in the beginning. Things changed, and Dad started going into the garage and tinkering with a little project he called humanity. Mum grew cold, distant. And pretty soon they were both neglecting their family. So Dad got pissed off and tossed me out of the house.
And what did your mother do?
Nothing. She just stood there and let it happen. Anyway, a couple of thousand years later, Dad kicked her out too. Cast her into hell and put her in a cell. So I did the same for her as she did for me. Zilch.
2 days ago, you were shot point blank. There was blood all over you. You should be dead. I have a sample of your blood, and I'm gonna take it and test it.
Oh.
And I'm gonna find out exactly what you are once and for all. Yeah.
Stand-in?
why does she have
Yeah, stand-ins are used to white.
Now she's dead because of me.
What do you mean, because of you?
Won't remind you of anyone.
That's weird. You'd think the cause of death would be the giant chunks of metal sticking out of her head, but no. She was strangled. Look, you can see the contusions on her neck.
Joy of joys. I thought Detective Douche was in jail.
He's suspended, or at least he was. What are you doing?
I've been reinstated.
What?
After Malcolm and everything that happened in Palmetto, they wanted to sweep everything under the rug. And the only thing I confessed to was improperly checking out evidence. I've been demoted. I've been reassigned to assist on cases, so... For now, how can I help?
You're a newbie, aren't you?
Oh, hey, yeah.
Oh.
I'm Lopez. I just transferred in a couple days ago. You must be Detective Decker's civilian consultant?
Lucifer.
Oh, dude, I had a friend named Adolf. Okay, Adolf. I had nothing against him. And besides, I think the devil gets a bad rap. What did he really do that was so bad? What, rebel against his dad, ask some naked lady if she wanted an apple?
Still my heart.
Are you
The devil.
a method actor?
What?
Jillian rented from me for 4 years. I don't have a daughter.
You think Amy did this?
Sweet, darling, innocent Amy.
Well, hold on. You're saying Amy died, then came back to life, and then an innocent girl was found dead with devil horns shoved into her skull? Well, maybe she needed the cash to fund her flamingo army. It's a long story, but I think my mum's soul is currently inside Amy. Adored by millions. I think the detective's gonna finally believe me about who I am soon, so cheers. Everything's coming up, Lucifer.
What did you do?
She's going to test my blood.
Humans can't have proof of divinity.
Amy had a secret drug problem, and Jillian found out about it, was blackmailing her.
If so, that's a pretty strong one.
It is.
Let's stop playing games, shall we?
I don't
I know you're not who you pretend to be.
know that that's her. I mean,
But I'm not.
definitely not her.
Please don't. Oh, don't. Good Lord, that's... Like, you're not who I thought you were, are you? I hope.
Oh, I'm
I hope.
exactly who you...
Stop doing the buttons and just please.
Miss Dodd?
Oh no.
What the hell is going on?
Right, for once, this is not what it looks like.
So Jillian cut off your supply. That must have pissed off your dealer. Who is he?
Never met him. All I have is a number. I'd text him, he'd messenger me the drugs.
Does she already have his? Oh, I guess she has his blood. That's. He's just saying, hurry up and text it or test
Hey,
it.
what the hell are you doing in here?
Losing your mojo
You must have gotten lost.
a little.
You need to know the truth. About Lucifer. Oh, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to show you.
What are you doing? Amenadiel?
Are you sure?
Amenadiel, no! You're okay.
Because it's all a lie. Bulletproof vests and blood packs.
What? Are you insane? You could have killed yourself.
I was perfectly safe, Chloe. Listen. Everything that he does is part of a performance.
And what about the weird mojo thing he does?
Neuro-linguistic programming. The power of suggestion. Look, my brother and I had a very difficult childhood. And to deal with it, he created this persona for himself. Lucifer Morningstar, the devil, incorrigible and invincible.
So he's a liar?
Chloe, he means well, but in the end, the only person he ever truly loved.
Love drugs. Love them. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Can't get enough. And I've got lots of money that I love spending on drugs. Not even picky. I'll do any of them. Mix them together sometimes. You ever done a he-she? Yeah? A neon nod. A donk. Ah! Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. That man is definitely donked, haven't you?
The theme of the day is your lowest point.
Right. Well, then I suppose it was when my mother abandoned me. Turnabout was fair play, so I abandoned her in turn. Didn't even give her a chance to defend herself. I mean, what could she possibly say that would justify what she did? Well,
I actually thought that was really impressive.
you did. You didn't draw anyone out.
That's not what I was impressed with.
Hey guys, looking to score? Because I've got some really good stuff if you've got cash.
Are we playing show and tell? I got something to show you.
I actually found this on the ground. This isn't even mine. I just... It is. It really isn't. I'm... Oh, okay. Where do those come from?
Right. Now I've flushed out your dealer. Do you mind if I...
Knock yourself.
I don't really think I could do that to someone.
I think you were pissed off that someone blocked your meal ticket, and I think you were trying to send a message, yeah.
Yeah, but I could do that. Oh, God. Is that her skull? Can you take that away, please?
Not until you tell me what you know about this.
Is that a knife? Oh, hey, Nate.
Well, there you are, mate. I missed you. I needed you.
So I'm supposed to just come running whenever you need me.
Yes, it's exactly what you're supposed to do. Since fire and brimstone, that's just how it is between us, through thick and thin.
Wait, your mom escaped hell?
Yes. Well, where were you, Mace?
Wait, you think I'm helping her? Have you forgotten who actually tortured her in hell?
Desperation makes for strange bedfellows.
I never could break that woman. She wouldn't submit.
You think Irwin killed her? No, he'd never do that.
I was with a friend. Someone who's been helping me do some soul searching.
Amy had another drug dealer.
Go on.
She used to score big from some other guy before she got clean. But then Jillian cut him out completely, and the guy he was super pissed. Okay. He goes by the name of Bobby B.
So, if the story stands, we're looking for someone in healthcare. Doctor, pharmacist. We're gonna go through these booking sheets for anyone in the medical industry that's been charged in the last couple of years.
What about
Joy,
nurse woman?
Oh, there is one thing that might help.
Yeah.
Bobby B. She was like a mother to her.
Oh, yikes.
There are some issues that I need to work out, and I think I know just how to do it.
Yeah, flamingos.
Thank you.
Oh, good. I'm glad she figured it out too, because I'm pretty sure Lucifer is going to murder this woman.
Mr. Morningstar.
Hello, murderer. You stole drugs from the hospital and sold them to Amy Dodd, your biggest client, who you met on set. You introduced Gillian to Amy, got her the job. But then she helped Amy get sober. No, what's ludicrous is that you were like a mother to her and you sacrificed her like she was nothing. Did she mean so little to you in the end? You plunged 2 rods into her skull to make her look like the devil, but you know what? She's not the devil. I am. Go on, I'll give you a freebie just to make it interesting.
Careful, Chloe's done by.
That was impossible.
Mrs. Belliard, it's Detective Decker.
Bloody hell, of course she's here.
So.
Nearly had her.
That's what your brother was just saying about you.
Oh, Menadil talked to you, did he?
Filled in all the gaps. But I don't buy it. I don't accept that you're crazy, and I don't accept this devil's business either.
Right, so what do you believe?
That I need the eggs.
Excuse me?
It's an old joke. Guy walks into a psychiatrist's office, goes, "Doc, you gotta help me. My brother's crazy. He thinks he's a chick." The doc goes, "Well, why don't you turn him in?" The guy goes, "You know, I would, but I need the eggs." I don't know what your deal is, but you make me a better detective. And you've always got my back. What more could I ask for?
And you need the eggs.
Damn right I do.
Thank you.
And why is that?
Because you were right. I've been blaming everybody else for the situation I'm in, and the fact of the matter is, I chose to do nothing when my mother was cast out. To never ask her why she did what she did, so that's on me. Because, Doctor, if she's not coming to kill me, then I don't know what she's doing. That's truly terrifying. There's too much confusion.
Probably shouldn't just throw it in the garbage, though. But
He
it
kindly
worked for a minute
spoke.
before, too, and then it fell.
There are many
Yeah.
here. All along the watchtower, princes kept the view. While all the women, they came and they went, barefoot servants. Didn't realize I had an audience. Is there anything I can do for you?
Oh.
Mom.
Help me.
Yikes. So, thankfully, because I'm a little behind, I'm going to be watching the next episode right away, so I'm very excited about that. I'm watching them back to back, and then I'm going to post them back to back. But yeah, so I don't have to wait, thankfully don't have to wait long to find out. So that's his mom. There's so many interesting things about this episode. So Lucifer is saying that basically God cast him out and forced him to rule over hell. And then they say like a couple thousand years later, he cast Lucifer, like their mom, out as well. And so Lucifer and cast her into hell, where apparently Maze tortured her and Lucifer didn't do anything to stop it or to help her, because he felt abandoned by her when God cast him out. He was saying like she didn't do anything to stop it, she didn't stand up for him or do anything to help, so he just basically left her to rot in hell when she got there. So he was sure, because of that, he was sure that she was coming back for revenge. But then now he's saying, like he was saying to Linda, that maybe that's not what's happening. And I mean, I don't know what was happening at the very end there. I don't know why she was like bleeding, it looked like, and she had like a screwdriver maybe or something in her hand. So I don't know, like, was she hurt escaping hell? But he said that she would have to, because she's like, I'm a little confused on the rules, sort of, because, so he said that because they were looking for her in all these different bodies, because he said that she would have to find a body of someone who died, and then she would just like take over their body. They just recently died. I'm a little so because she was a celestial being, but so then does that mean that both Lucifer and Amenadiel did the same thing? Like the bodies that they're walking around in now, were they the bodies of dead people? Like somebody died and they took it over? Because they're also celestial beings, right? They're also, I mean, I don't know, is that the same as angels, or is it like, did they have actual, like, bodies in heaven and hell when God created them? Or did they do basically the same thing and, like, find a body? So I'm not sure. I don't know if we're supposed to know, or if that'll come to light eventually. But it's interesting. But yeah, so he was sure she was gonna want to exact revenge, but that doesn't necessarily seem like what's happening right now. And he seemed to be, you know, in the end he was like, I don't know what she's here for, what she wants, what she's doing, and that's terrifying. So it's really interesting. Yeah, I liked what they did with Chloe's, you know, because I talked a little bit about it at the end of last season, you know, the fact that she kind of just is almost like willfully ignoring the insanity that surrounds Lucifer. So I like that they addressed that, and that she was, again, like, I'm going to test your blood and figure out, like, you know, prove that you're just a dude and that you're, you know, that what you're saying is not true. But then but then it was really interesting because Amenadiel told her everything he told her, which of course is a lie, but I like that she didn't necessarily accept that was the truth either, right? She was like, I don't buy it. And so she knows, it is kind of what I said, like she's just, because she said she needs the eggs, right? So she's just kind of, she doesn't want to look that far into it. She doesn't want to, like, dissect it too much, because she needs the eggs. She needs his help on the cases, and like she said, you know, he makes her a better detective, and which was really sweet. I felt really, sorry, it just entered my brain as I was saying that. I felt really, really bad for Lucifer in this episode too, talking about how abandoned he felt by his mom and everything. That was really heartbreaking. And yeah, it was, and it's interesting with Amenadiel too, like the fact that he is like losing his powers, that they're there sort of, but not really. They're clearly fading, which is interesting again, right? Because I know I've talked about in the past the fact that like Lucifer is vulnerable. Now it's only with Chloe in Lucifer's case, but that's makes him seem a little more human. Maze is starting to, you know, want to fit in, as she was saying, you know, I'm stuck here, I need to figure out where I fit in. And so she's, you know, she's made a friend in Linda, which is really sweet. And so she's like soul searching, which is kind of a human thing to do as well. And then now Amenadiel seems to be losing his powers the longer he's on Earth, and maybe that's not it. Maybe it's something else that's causing it. But it seems like for all of them, as they're interacting with humans and as they're staying on Earth, the things that make them angels and demons are sort of fading a little bit, and a more human element is kind of taking them over. So that's all really, really interesting, and I'm very interested to see what his mom is going to be like, and what happened to her, and what's going on with that. I liked the I don't remember her name, the lab tech person. I don't remember her name, but she was really cute. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it was just a one-off, but she didn't really like. I'm assuming she's going to be back because like she's part of the team, right? She's in the lab. She's their person in the lab, and so I'm assuming that she'll be back also because like she didn't really. I mean, I guess her and Chloe did talk a little bit, but it feels like she has more to give to the story. So I'm assuming she'll be back as well, which is awesome. I liked her. She's cute. I loved that her first reaction to Lucifer was to give him a hug. That's awesome. But yeah, so I really enjoyed her. I love this whole episode. It was a great premiere for season 2, and I very much want to get on to the next episode. So I'm going to leave it here for now. If you want to see full-length early reactions, come on by Patreon. The link will be in the description below. And I'd love to see you over there. Okay, thanks so much, guys. Bye.